Hello everybody and guys, welcome back to some more Astral Ascension. Last I left off, we just got back from a dance, undercover work, made the joke that Kai is definitely coming after the party. Yeah, next time I've seen that, it'll be at the end. I'll have a playlist at the end of the video, and I'll have an annotation to the video. But we were back here in Astral Ascension because I just realized I needed to record some because I haven't recorded it in a while. I was gonna play some Call of Duty Infinite Warfare live stream, but I decided instead of that we'll play some Astral Ascension and we'll play some Call of Duty after. So. And I feel like you guys deserve some Call of Duty 2 because we need to finish up that series and the Call of the original. But let's wait on Astral Ascension right now. Also, on Astral Ascension, we actually finished the CGs for Vela. Yeah, I went back and I did all those CGs. So done that, and before that, I actually finished Iris because I had one of the CGs from the beginning of the game I had to go and get. So I went back again. So really, we're only missing Luna's stuff. So yeah, I'm moving on with Iris though. So Kai is like a magnet for women. He always gets the girl, even when he sets out to do something else. I wonder how he does it. Vela waves a hand across my face.
Hello? Anybody in there?
Huh?
You spaced out for a second.
Oh, sorry. I was just thinking about Kai. Who knows the bell?
Is there anything in particular you were wondering?
Yeah. Why is he such an idiot? Have you ever noticed that Kai always ends up with a girl? Even when he's not trying? The girl's not. Why do you think that is? All three of them looking at each other. Luna and Alice are both deep in thought, but Vela looks uncertain.
I don't know.
It's okay, you can be honest. I won't tell Kai. She shakes her head.
No, really? I have no idea. I was wondering the same thing.
Well, if you were in these women's shoes, what would draw you to Kai?
I mean, if I had to come up with an answer, I guess his face is symmetrical, which is a blueprint for attractiveness, I guess.
Huh. That's a very technical way of saying he has a nice face, I guess.
You are speaking with an engineer.
Fair enough, that's true. So if we're thinking about what Vela said, it's because Kai's attractiveness.
Of course not.
Okay.
Facial structure is certainly a factor, but there's more biology at play here. Our attraction lies in the major histocompatibility complex or human leukocyte antigen.
In English,
The
please.
more different our HLA types are from one another, the more likely we are to find each other attractive. And we can determine how different our MHC is through pheromones.
I get it, English?
Therefore, it's our noses that actually determine attraction.
Wait, what? Everyone stares at Luna. I shouldn't be surprised that a doctor would give me a medical answer to this kind of question. So, if I understood that correctly, and in English, you're saying that everyone's pheromones are the opposite of Kai's. Luna solemnly nods.
Precisely.
What? How is that possible? Even mine?
Well, yes.
I'm Kai.
Then it wouldn't be yours.
So I'm similar to Kai? Somehow, that's worse.
Is that really what you think?
Luna tries to keep a straight face, but ultimately cracks into a smile.
I'm just kidding. In truth, I think what draws people to Kai is how he carries himself. He's confident yet mysterious, and many women find that mix to be very intriguing.
You know what? I agree with her, actually. Hang on, I think I agree with her. Wow, Kai is... He is not the Dark Knight. Technically, I'm the Dark Knight. To be fair, Kai hasn't killed anyone yet. I at this point have killed Xenoc, that one guard that kidnapped me and Vela. I blew up a bunch of them probably with that explosion there. I shot a couple raiders. I even threw the concussion grenade back at them. I also worked for IAP. Probably did a lot of badass stuff there. I tackled that rich kid last episode. Technically, I'm the Dark Knight. So, I don't know what my kids say. He's technically the Dark Knight.
Have you ever seen the two of them in the same room at the same time?
I refuse to believe that I'm not the Dark Knight. No. Luna, Luna, stop. She is on to nothing. I am the Dark Knight of this series. Okay, so Kai's attractive, confident, and mysterious. Is that all?
Maybe.
Luna and Vela both glance at Iris.
You've been awfully quiet, Captain. And you've known Kai the longest. What do you think?
Iris doesn't hesitate.
He's charismatic, attractive, and friendly.
Okay, that's fair enough. She nods in finality and crosses her arms. My stomach tightens when Iris was ready with an answer like that, which means she's thought of this before. Those are such positive qualities too. I know Kai said there's something between them, but I can't help but wonder if she ever thought about it. Luna giggles.
Goodness, Iris. If that's how you describe someone you have no romantic feelings towards, how would you describe your partner?
Iris looks at me and once again answers without hesitation.
He's charismatic, attractive, and friendly.
Anyway,
The
yes.
difference being he's mine and only mine, and no one else can have him.
Alright. She smiles softly and any doubt that I had disappears. That arrangement sounds perfect to me, and I still get to be the Dark Knight.
I've heard of pair bonding before, but not with such speed.
Luna giggles.
Love works in mysterious ways.
Yay. I glance at all the dishes around us. What should we do with all this food then?
Let's save it. Kai can enjoy it later.
And if Kai doesn't eat it, then I'm happy to volunteer.
Luna, I like the way you're thinking, girl. Luna winks.
Me too.
Oh, yeah. Me three. I was going to say me three. Everyone giggles and we set to work storing all the food. It takes some creative stacking, but we managed to fit every perishable food in the fridge. Once all the food is sorted and the kitchen is tidy, we decided to call it a day. We say goodnight before we each return to our respective rooms. I washed myself and changed into something more comfortable clothes. Then I slept in the bed. After all the unexpected excitement we've had, this mission was a much needed palate cleanser. I had a lot of fun attending the party I'd never otherwise attend, and we successfully protected the prized possession, which was an NFT banana, which makes me pissed off. But then again, though, it is in the future in some rich society, so who gives a shit? All in all, things could not have gone any better. Soon I fall asleep to the thoughts of chocolate and dancing. I don't remember chocolate, but I do remember the dancing. Even though we had a late night, I wake up refreshed the next morning, and we had a good party and a successful mission. Things are going back to normal, and I feel excited for the day ahead. Throwing off my blankets, I roll out of bed and get ready for the day. Suddenly, I hear the crackling of the intercom, and I was requesting a meeting in the lounge. I finish getting dressed, and then I head over to the lounge. As I take a seat, I wave at my gathered teammates who trickle in. Once we're all settled, Iris smiles.
Excellent job on the mission yesterday. Both our contractor and client were pleased with our performance.
Honestly, it was so much fun.
I bet it was.
You could say that again.
Bela eyes Kai, who immediately grins. We all know why.
I certainly wouldn't mind having more missions like that.
Iris nods, glancing at me.
It was thanks to his referral.
Yeah.
Nice.
Kai clasped my back.
So that means you're hooking us up with more of those missions, right?
Judging by how things are gonna go, because I'm gonna foreshadow this, I don't think he'll be alive any longer. Proving once again I am the Dark Knight and not to you, Kai. I'll pass along any tips that come my way.
Good enough.
Kai grins while Iris readdresses the group.
While we resupply, I'll be searching for our next mission. In the meantime, enjoy your time off.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Thanks. Kai suddenly shoots up from his seat, his phone in his hand.
Whoa! Nova just posted an update after her temporary blackout.
Do you have alerts set for Nova?
You don't?
No, I haven't been listening to her. I think I established this in the actual video, past video. It's the video of me. I have the headphones in, together. That thumbnail. I'm pretty sure I established I listen to rock. So, no, I would not have Nova Sky. Vale pulls out the phone and her eyes brighten.
Kai's right. She's live on TikTok right now, sharing news about her new album.
TikTok.
Come look.
God damn it. Luna and Iris glance at each other before they both pull out their phones. My curiosity has been piqued also, so I click into the live feed as well. I instantly recognize Nova's smiling face. Her frizzled dress and cutesy makeup give her an air of youthful exuberance.
Hello, my lovelies. Ah, did you miss me? I've missed all of you.
She blows an air kiss into the camera for waving both her hands.
I'm sure you've all been wondering where I've been, and I'm sorry that I've been offline for so long. But I'm sure you'll be excited to hear that I've been working really hard on my new album, which will be released very soon. Yay!
With a giggle, she celebrates in her seat with a little dance.
So, to thank you for all your patience, I'm going to give you a super sneak peek at some of the songs on this album.
The feed adjusts, and in the background is a promotional poster of her album with a list of song titles. No reads them off, but there's one title that is especially interesting. Starfaring Saviors.
This track is very dear to my heart, as this album would not exist without my starfaring saviors. I hope you all enjoy this track as much as I've enjoyed writing it.
So looks straight into the camera, almost as if she can see us, and winks. Whale immediately turns to the rest of us.
Wait a second. Do you think that song is about us?
Nope, absolutely not. I refuse to believe that.
She did say to be on the lookout for her next single.
She definitely means us, absolutely.
Of course it's about us. Who
Shut
else
up,
could
Kai.
it be?
Yeah, really. Kai's right. Who could else could it be? It's really called Starfaring Saviors.
I've never had a song about me before.
Well, technically it's not about you. It's about all of us, but hey, whatever.
Neither have I, but it feels pretty good, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That's the understatement of the century.
Shut the fuck up,
It's
Kai.
more than just pretty cool.
No, it's pretty cool. You're right, it's very cool. Nova shares a few tidbits about the rest of the album. When it's time to wrap up the live stream, she waves to the camera once more.
Goodbye, my lovelies. Thank you for always supporting me. And I promise I will talk to you again soon.
She finishes with a wink and the feed transmission. The feed transitions to a page with all her social media links.
After all that Nova went through, I'm glad she's doing well again.
Well, to be fair, she didn't really go through much. All she did was get shot down, run away from slavers, and hide on a ship. We actually risked our lives to get off the planet and to save everyone on that planet. And I killed the guy with a gun. I shot him in the chest. You bitched at me for doing that. So, I don't know.
Me too.
Was that ever in question? I knew she'd bounce right back.
Yeah, we know, Kai. Kai and Vela share their predictions on what the song would be like, with Luna interjecting every so often. I was now just happy to listen. When the excitement winds down, I also looks at the time.
I should head out while the shops are still open.
What are you buying?
New equipment for our armory. It's about time we made some upgrades, given our last unexpected encounter.
We should start switching to lethal rounds.
Do you want me to come with you?
Like
I
I've
have
done
some
like twice
knowledge of
now.
combat gear that may prove to be useful.
That would be great, Luna. Thanks.
Luna links arms with Iris.
Of course, and we can do some other shopping as well.
That would be nice, but only if we can fit it into the schedule.
We'll find a way. Now let's go.
Luna will always find a way, baby. Iris smiles as Luna leads her towards the exit. Kai pushes up to his feet.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious where I'm off to.
Gravity jumping.
Got it.
I feel my stomach turning already.
Should I spare you the invite?
Yes, please. That's probably for the best. He chuckles and then turns to Vela.
You in, Bae?
Do you even need to ask?
Kai grins and the two of them run off. I may as well get some of my chores and errands out of the way first. I push myself to the feet and head back to my room. I spent some time tidying up my room and doing my laundry. Then I check my emails and messages to make sure I'm responding to everyone that I need to. Afterwards, I take a short break to browse on my phone until my laundry is done. I fold and put my clothes away and then and relax on my bed to browse on my phone again. Suddenly, I hear a knock on the door. Open the door to see Iris. She smiles in greeting.
Hi.
Oh, hey, you're back. How did the shopping go?
Well, in fact, that's why I'm here. If you aren't busy, I thought you might like to test the new equipment with me.
Now, see, I know we're dating, but I didn't know we were that close. Ooh, I'm curious to see what cool tech. Cool tech. Not the other shopping. Got it. That sounds good. Iris smiles.
Boxes are waiting for us in the simulation room.
Nice. We aren't going to the armory? She shakes her
We
head.
have to register everything into the VR console first, which will take some time. That will also give us a chance to inspect them physically and make sure there are no manufacturing defects.
I'd forgotten how versatile the simulation room is. We use it for a variety of reasons, and one of these uses is virtual training ground. If all weapons and equipment are registered, we can build a real usable experience through tactical programs. I nod. That all makes sense. Lead the way, beautiful. After shutting my door, I follow Iris down the corridor and into the simulation room. The boxes are already stacked near the console. There's a good mix of new weaponry, tools, and physical equipment. I recognize the majority of them as high-tech and expensive. Wow, you guys really know your stuff. Iris
Luna
nods.
was a great help in picking these out.
I'm not surprised. We know that she's an assassin now. Iris moves one box off the stack.
Let's start with the weaponry first.
Okay. Wait, what? I nod and we get to work. Scanning the items into the console is so difficult, but it's time consuming. Oh, I thought she was going to test them on me. Thankfully, with the two of us here, we finish relatively quickly. I place the final weapon into the box. That's the last of the weaponry. Iris nods.
Then let's do the equipment next, since we can test these in here after scanning.
You mean test on me? I nod and reach for the first item. In response, it's a pair of shock-absorbent gloves. Luckily, we've got some gym equipment in the VR room. After scanning the gloves into the console, I strike the punching bag with all my strength but feel no pressure on my wrist. This seems to be working as intended. So far, so good. We go through the items one by one with neither of us running into any manufacturing issues. Soon, only 2 items remain. Ash reaches for the one closest to her, which is a stun baton. She scans it into the console and then looks at me.
I may need your help to test this.
What do you mean by that? That makes sense. It's no good to test something on yourself. But is it good to test it on me? A live person? Don't we have a dummy for that or something like that? If the stun is effective, your muscles will freeze and you won't be able to drop or cut contact with the weapon. Again, should we be testing this on me or a dummy? Okay. Oh dear lord. Test subject for point for duty. She smiles appreciation.
This baton offers multiple stun settings. I'm going to set it to the lowest voltage, and you can tell me its effectiveness.
I nod. Ready when you are. This is a bad idea. I was just to dial to 1 and turns it on. That gives me an experimental tap. Immediately my body screams, and my nerves are screaming too. My body seizes and I drop to the ground, my muscles cramping and spasming. Although it was less than a second, I feel like I just had a painful out-of-body experience, which is why we should never have tested it on me in the first place. Horrified, Iris drops the baton and kneels by my side, quickly checking over. I am now sideways.
Are you okay?
Is this heaven? I have some good news and some bad news. The good news is the baton works. The bad news is that I might not survive.
What makes you say that?
Because there's an angel looking down on me right now. Iris blinks before she softens into a smile.
It's a good sign if you're feeling well enough for jokes.
Uh-huh. Carefully, Iris helps me to my feet. The pain is long gone. But my body is still very sore. I'll probably be feeling that for a few days.
I'm so sorry. I have no idea what happened. I set it to level 1, just like our previous stun batons.
She double checks the weaponry.
Though, it is a different make. Let me look at the manual.
We didn't look at the manual before doing this? A short check of the manual answers our question.
Oh, this manufacturer actually starts the scale with 10 dealing the lowest impact and 1 dealing the highest.
Iris, next time, let's read the goddamn manual before doing anything. That's unintuitive. She nods.
I'll make a note to ensure it doesn't happen again.
We should make another to read the manual before testing anything. I guess this is why we do tests. This is also why you read the goddamn manual. She nods again before setting the baton aside.
I'm sorry, again. Are you feeling well enough to continue?
Yeah, besides, I think there's just one more
I
left.
believe so.
I look into the box and pull out a final item. It's a pair of straights, and I recognize it as a brand new model. The cuffs are adjustable, and there are security settings to ensure nobody can escape. Whoa, these are awesome! They're basically impossible to escape from.
I've heard that too. So we'll want to ensure all locking mechanisms are operating properly.
Uh-huh. She offers me her wrist.
Since you were the test subject last time, it'll be my turn this time.
I won't complain about that. Sounds good. I carefully secure the handcuffs around Iris's wrists. Not her waist, her wrists. Adjusting the tightness level. All the mechanisms seem to be fine working order. And Iris confirms the difficulty to escape.
Great. Everything is working properly.
Awesome.
Let's take these off and finish up.
Once again, Iris offers me her wrist. I reach for the handcuffs but notice there is no release mechanism. Let me check the manual. See, this is why I say we should read the manual. That way we know about this stuff. Iris nods. I quickly scan through the manual. It says there is a digital key that can be set up before securing the restraints. However, if no key is issued, then it defaults to a timer lock. Uh-oh. I didn't set up the key, which means these handcuffs are on timer now. We should probably have checked the manual for... See, this is what I'm just saying! Even the MC's not getting it. This is why you check the manual before you do anything. I should tell Iris what's going on. Although, an idea floats in my mind. I can either tell Iris what's happening right away, or I can have a little fun with this. I look up from the manual and glance at Iris. She raises a brow, shoots me a quick questioning look.
Is something wrong?
You know what? I did get stunned with the voltage of like 10, so... No, but I was thinking that for the most accurate test experience, maybe we should add a little roleplay to the mix. Iris raises a brow.
Is that really necessary for testing its functionality?
Yes! Of course it is! If we're going to be using these to protect ourselves, then we should probably get in the right mindset to make sure we're using it correctly.
And what exact mindset are you in now?
A very generous one. We've seen how I got shot by a level 10 voltage. I read my chin and thought, well, right now, you're the captive and you want your freedom from me, and technically that freedom needs to be earned.
You want me to earn my freedom?
Exactly!
And you won't take these off until I do?
I nod. Iris glances down at her hands, clearly processing the situation, and looks back at me.
Then, as your captive, what must I do?
She's playing ball. This will be fun. Of course, the time is finite, so I'll have to suss about what I want from her to do. We won't have time for everything. Go ahead and give me a little twirl around. Iris nods and slowly turns in place.
Is that good?
I thought that would be a little more exciting, but that wasn't quite what I was imagining. Oh, she did to do what I asked. Yeah, that'll do.
Is there anything else?
See, this is a very important thing. I've never done this before. Maybe I have, I don't know. But this is important, so we gotta save. So somehow save, so you know it's important. You want to get on your knees? I want you to get on your knees and... Immediately she fixes me with a hated glare. Uh-oh, abort. I don't know why I said that. Even if it meant that suggestion as a joke, I better swim my way out of this. And get some cream cheese. She blinks. And you won't pay any fees because you're on your bee's knees.
Can the rapping stop, please?
Although her tone is firm, she's smiling. That was a close call. I better quickly think of something else. Well, if you guys want to hear this, you guys are playing it for yourselves. So maybe we go back for a little reference with Welcome Home Master from Ethereal Enigma. A perfect thing, and it ties nicely into our
I'm
roleplay.
listening.
You're the maid, and I'm the master of the house. And I've just come home, so you welcome me by saying, "Welcome home, master." Iris does at me with the usual deadpan look. Well, I'm waiting.
There's no other way you'll take off these cuffs.
I shake my head. I've made up my mind. She continues to stare as if hoping that I'll change my mind until she finally sighs. She mushes up a sultry voice.
Welcome home, master.
Now see, I didn't ask for a sultry voice, but that was a very nice touch. Hearing my perfect girlfriend deliver this most perfect line, in the most perfect voice, stirs something inside me. Iris furrows her
Did
brow.
I do that right?
It was so great that I need to hear it again.
Once is enough.
I better not push my luck. Unfortunately, that she even did it at all, and I think something else is. I think something else is instead. Suddenly, there's a click and handcuffs release. Iris
They're
blinks.
off. What happened?
Oh, it looks like the timer expired.
They were on a timer.
I nod. Yeah, apparently the default setting is a timer if you don't set it up with a digital key first.
Did you seriously have me do all that even though you knew the handcuffs would automatically release?
Well, on the contrary, did you really shock me with a stun baton at full voltage? Iris opens her mouth and then closes it.
Point taken.
See? This is what happens when you get shocked.
I suppose we can say we're even then.
Yes! Absolutely. Of course!
And, of course, never mention any of this to the rest of the team.
No, never. I would never. My lips are sealed. She smiles. She looks around the room.
Well, that was everything for the physical equipment. Let's take all of these to the armory.
Sounds good. That's a lot of work, but I'm glad it's all
Oh,
finished.
it's not over yet.
Huh?
We've still got all of the lethal weapons to test in the armory.
In the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Amen. En nomine Soto Espiritu Santo. Amen. Pray for me, guys. The lady is going to kill me. I'm not sure I like the way you emphasize the lethal part. Iris smiles dangerously. Oh, dear Lord. Regardless of my misgivings, Iris and I test all the weapons in the army with no mishaps. Thank God she didn't want to take revenge. Afterward, I helped put all the equipment away. By the time we're done, it's late and we're both feeling tired. We say goodbyes and I head into my room. I get ready for bed and then I soon fall asleep. I wake up to the crackle of the intercom and Iris calling for a meeting in the lounge. That's probably means our next mission is lined up. I hop out of bed and quickly get myself ready for the day. I make my way to the lounge. Iris is already there, reviewing notes on her tablet. Kai lounges in a chair, sipping a mug. And that, guys, is what I'm going to leave off right here. Save. But that's what I'm going to leave off here, guys. Hope you all enjoyed some more Astral Ascension. We'll be playing more of this. We're almost there. As I said, I've been foreshadowing Zeke, and what's coming up very soon. We have a couple more. I don't know how many videos will take, but we're getting there. But yeah. I hope you all enjoyed me getting stunned by Iris and me making her roleplay with me. I'm gonna go now, and we're not gonna talk about this again. Goodbye, everybody.